Yo. So I was opening up the map, right? I was opening up the map. We got a handy dandy little quest marker over here to go see some fucking bones. But, you know, I almost forgot about this thing. The maze. So why don't we go do that? Not that the bones aren't cool. But, you know, the maze is just another cool thing to do. And I keep forgetting to do it while I'm here. So let's just get that shit out of the way. It's like this Korok puzzle, you know? Just like this Korok puzzle. What? Wait a minute. What do you want? This? Because that's definitely a way it fits. You want it like this? Or sure. All I'm saying is, if that Korok spire was like a plastic toy, like an awesome new fucking Power Rangers action figure when you're like 7, right? Oh, it's Christmas. I love my toy. Let's put the thing in the slot. You know, and it snaps in like that. That shit is broken. That shit is out of commission. This is like the same speed. Gives me a good reason to use the funny bike too. Or the funny bike. That's not a bike. It's not a bike. The funny mecha. Alright. Research log. Day 1. The Zonai glyphs carved into the stone slab read: The dragon ring slumbers in the labyrinth's depths. Wake it, and ye shall receive due compensation. Is compensation like an old word? Is that shit like Tiffany? Right? Because like Tiffany is like a medieval era name. That is something that like fucking medieval women were named. Tiffany. It's like there's no way. There's no fucking way. Tiffany? It's like, yeah. It's annoying now. I've said it too much, but I'm trying to get the point across that it's like, huh? What? Like compensation. Like, of course, that's like a word. To compensate, to pay someone their dues for an effort. It's just like, in the modern day, that is so like irreparably like rooted in business jargon for me that I just can't imagine dudes like pre-fucking Industrial Revolution saying compensation. I don't know, man. But like, that's definitely something that was said because it's such like a effective word. It's like, of course, compensation. Workers' comp, you know? Shit like that. Man, I'm glad these, like, alien scientists went out into these mazes and fucking died while leaving these breadcrumbs? Oh lord, breadcrumbs for me. So I can just take like a polite walk through, you know? Although there are goodies. Yes. But also, like, I'm sure there are, like, treasure chests in here that I'm missing just by walking, you know, taking the critical path and shit. Like a boring person, like a lame, even. Yeah, I can climb this. Fuck your rocks, buddy. You know what these rocks remind me of? Like a nice, like fucking Pacific Northwest beach. I don't, like, growing up, fucking western beaches, one, are always, like, really cold. They're, like, kind of miserable, but, like, sometimes during the summer, they're, like, nice. Like, I'm sure Newport is, like, nice right now. You know, in the middle of this fucking psycho heat wave. I'm sure Newport is, like, nice. Because it's right on the ocean. It's gotta be, like, it's gonna be hot, but, like, it's gonna be appealing. In the face of that. What? Aw, bullshit. Bullshit, I was in the air. I'm in her. But... Ooh. What do we have here? Yeah, like, fucking, like, Oregon beaches. I don't know. It's kind of lame. Usually have, like, a big old stack of, like, driftwood. Or maybe that's just beaches. Maybe I'm just, like, not super comfortable with, like, all of the beaches in fucking the North American continent. Yeah, they usually have big old stacks of driftwood and shit. And that's, like, the perfect place to go if you want to get your ass bit by a spider. But also... It's fun to, like, climb around on, to, like, clamber on. I was a bit of like a clamberer in my youth, right? And I loved going to the beach. Even if it was only for, like, an afternoon and I had to, like, fucking endure, like, a big old... I forget how long it was. It felt like fucking a 3-hour drive. It was not like a fucking 3-hour drive. There's no way. Just like a long, you know, sitting in a car as a kid with nothing to do. Did you not have a Game Boy? I got car sick reading. So, like, I did have a Game Boy in theory, but in practice, I would rather not puke, you know? But, however, comma, therefore, I don't know, I like clambering. I like climbing. It's always been like a fun thing to do. It's a wonder I haven't gone to like a bouldering gym yet. Like, there was one in Wilsonville, right? There's one in my old hometown. But I never went to it. And I don't know if it's still there. Because that was something I discussed with an old friend, like, before COVID. So, I don't know if that shit shut down or not, you feel? I forgot. That's not... You want my thought process there? I wanted to, like, do the slow-mo bow draw phenomena, shenanigan. But that's not a thing. That only works when you have the bow. You can't just, like, slow-mo item draw. That's not real. That's fake. It's like your Jordans. Can I just break these? Okay, no. I was about to say, if I could just break the ice this whole time, I would have choice words with Mr. Zelda, acclaimed director, producer, creator of Zelda. as a concept. Awesome. You know, I wonder what the up maze is gonna be like. Like, is it gonna be another, like, just glide around kind of thing? Or is it, you know, I don't know what to expect. Up mazes are new to me. Oh. Oh. Oh no, yeah, there is an up. Yeah, I just need to fucking activate this first. My bad. Oh. Ruler of owls. Ruler of dragons. And then, like... Are these the fucking... Are these? Is it like dragon, owl, and like... boar? Is that what that is? That's cool if that's the case, but then what's Raru? Ugh. Stinky. Well kept, but fucking stinky. Alrighty then. Let's see how high I can make this thing fly, eh? Oh. That's gonna be problematic. I have food for that though, right? Yeah. Now fuck it. Get the whole set on. Get the whole set on. We're going up. You can't stop me. Once I go into maximum overdrive. Oh. Alright. Only problem when the hoverbike gets like this is that I can't steer it without causing problems. That's problems right there. See that? That is problems. Cool though. I have no sense of where I am spatially in regards to this dungeon. And for that, I am a bit dungeon? Maze. Maze is kind of a dungeon. Kind of like a classical dungeon. You know, they put like the Minotaur in there. It's like dungeon-esque. What's like the official dungeon definition? Does it need like traps? And like mechanisms? Snake pits? That sort of thing to be a dungeon? Or is like a dungeon just like ugh? Is it just like a whatever burger? Also, do I have that fucking lore room? Land. Looks like it is going to be another one of those super floaty glider dungeons. That's just like the format, right? That's just how you navigate it. That's just like the operating system for these maze dungeons. A test of wisdom? Oh. No! No, the bike! It's okay. In theory. Oh my god. Swing low, sweet chariot. Swing low. Alright, is that a lore island I have over yonder? It isn't. Okay. Sweet chariot, you're being reinstated into the force. The Marines still need you. No. Fuck. Okay. How am I... Nah, we're just gonna make a new one. We're just gonna make a new one. I biffed it. I blundered it. Oh, look at that old island over there. I haven't been over here. I haven't been over here. Like, I've been over here. But I haven't been over here. There's like a whole system. I want to do the system. Fuck. You can fire arrows while riding the construct? Oh. I'm sure that was like a spoken word. Like in the tutorial, in the text, and my ass just didn't read. Hmm. Oh, cool. Fire. And then I gotta turn it down for this one. Mayhaps. Oh, I gotta get that boulder. Hey, buddy. I gotta get that boulder in here. Then I gotta... What? What happened to the boulder? Why was it up? Huh? Send me John Boulder again. Bring him in. There he is. Welcome back. Right on time. Why did you go up before? Oh. There's a Kerdoinger right there. There's like a fucking like Little Big Planet 1 Savannah World like mole booster. There's a player sensor spring. Oh. I'm gonna break the Master Sword trying to do this puzzle. Yep. First try, not even close. And another heart. Hey man, that's pretty slick. See, and now it isn't wasteful that I'm gonna make another auto-build bike because going into the shrine despawned the old one. See? I'm just trying to, like, conserve my resources, you know? I'm just trying to be, like, smart with my zonite. Why? Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, so place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. Does this floor A, fall, or B, stay put? Cast your votes, cast your votes. Oh! That Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking... Option C. Or does bro fall off the island like a fucking goober due to some strange skibbity-ass physics? Option C every time. Hey. Awesome. Keep it moving, keep it rolling. Now, okay, do I go back to the maze or do I look at the archipelago? Answer, I'm blue balling you. I'm looking at the archipelago. That's right. That's right. Should have never given me the steering wheel. Because my ass is going over here. To whatever this is. Have I been here? No. The trees are new. One of these has a... Oh, neither of them have a hole in it. Would have thought for sure that that's how you're supposed to get in there. Is this what I think it is? Is this like sea of rock things to get the crystal? Is this like a little like pirate ship thing? Or is it over in that other island? It'd be a lot cooler if it was like a pirate ship thing. Aww, boo! Boo! And my fucking... Oh, my bike is still here. I thought my bike disappeared. Whatever, man. Whatever floats your boat episode, I guess. Jerk. And how in the fucking... How in the Pibby, Ohio do I get in there? Or is this just like... Is this cuttable? Is this like sliceable? Oh. It's entertaining. Oh, but they give you contraption parts to make a cool barge. Never mind. I take it all back. This is actually really cool, guys. I found this rock while exploring the, East HEBRA Sky Archipelago. I found Mr. Beast's... Mr. Beast? Mr. Beast? It is slightly more American, alright? Slightly more American. I guess you need another vowel in front of the beast to make that joke work, but I'll leave that one up for interpretation. It's a bit, you know, it's a bit complex. It's a bit highbrow, okay? You wouldn't get it. I found Mr. Beast's fucking $1 million supply cache on the Sky Island, everybody. So awesome. So cool. You know it's like a strange phenomena, right? I remember hearing like tabloid shit. Not tabloid shit. I remember hearing about how like psycho paparazzi was as far as like tailing celebrities was. Oh, was concerned. There we go. That I heard about how psycho it was from Was, you know? Scott the Was. God, I need... Reference funny! Reference funny! Laugh! But... Right? Like, fucking... When my ma... would, like, take me shopping with her, and we'd be in the checkout aisle. There'd always be those fucking tabloids. And there'd be like, oh, the paparazzi is chasing down fucking Jason Griffith. Or Joe Jonas. That one's probably more accurate. I don't think mainstream media would be like reporting on Sonic's fucking like old voice actor. You know, hate to say it, Sonic fans, but I don't think bro had that kind of stardom. But maybe, you know, maybe you provide that. Maybe you provide that kind of stardom, that kind of like, is it safe to go outside stardom to the man? That's mean, I'm sorry. I don't care if it's true, that's like cruel. Why am I doing it like this? Suboptimal. Readjust. Realign. Relaunch. Excellent. Yeah, I remember like hearing, like seeing the extent that paparazzi would go to track down these fucking like celebrities. I forgot the word. I forgot the word. I didn't know what like what a celebrity was in that instance. That's really cool. I wish I could I yearn for that lifetime. Like already. But I remember seeing the extent they would go to and being like, man, that's crazy. Good thing they don't do that anymore. Right, like reflecting on it now, right? I don't look at tabloids. They probably still do that shit, but from my like fucking stereotypical New Yorker-ass point of view, where it's like, I am the center of the stereotypical New Yorker. From my narcissistic point of view, it's like, I am the center of the world. If I don't see it, it doesn't exist. Bap, 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 bap. Right? I haven't seen it, so like there's less paparazzi. It's simple as. It's not the truth. But with the rise of like uber internet stars, like fucking Mr. Beast, there's been like a whole like genre of dude whose entire like legacy on this planet is being really creepy. And like making content out of being really creepy. Like it's like if the fucking Bjork stalker had a vlog channel and didn't, you know, try to fucking bomb their idol. But I digress, right? I digress. It's still fucking like weird. And that's really all I have to say. Like I hate it. I hate it. It's gross. Why do you do that? Who watches this? Right, and my guess would be like the kids that like Mr. Beast, or maybe it's like some kind of wish fulfillment to see this like Randy, this dude, be like, I got to meet Mr. Beast, and it's like, oh, you got to meet Mr. Beast, oh my goodness, I have to see what happened, right? Maybe it's that. That's really the only like argument I have. I'm pretty like detached from today's youth at this point. And it's like a wonder. It's like a wonder to me. How? Like what's the interest? What's the point here? And you know, I guess it's just like people like knowing, people like peeping, people like figuring shit out. Like, oh, this is my favorite person. I want to know everything about it. Right? Think about like the FNAF lore, but it's like a guy. Right? That's how I'm choosing, like, cope with this reality. And you know what? It makes a lot more sense. FNAF lore, but like a guy. Makes a lot of sense, considering how, like, voracious people were to figure that shit out. And in quotations, definitely in quotations. That shit got figured out, like, 3 different times, because it went 3 different fucking retcons. And I feel like it goes without saying, but like contrary to popular belief, is it even popular? And maybe not anymore, honestly. I don't know. I feel like there was a time where like people were like, oh, Scott Cawthon's a fucking like super story writing mastermind. He thought of this, this, and that so far early, so far, right? He was sowing seeds as early as FNAF 1 for now. Insane. It's like, dog. You gotta understand that, like, FNAF 1 was that man's final fantasy. Huh? Alright. Let me explain that one. The reason why, like, this is a Scott Pilgrim factoid, but I'm doing it anyway, right? Final Fantasy is called Final Fantasy because Square, the guys that made it, made a lot of games before they made Final Fantasy. Made a lot of fantasy games, actually. Like, specifically fantasy games before they made Final Fantasy. And none of them fucking sold well. So, you know, they were running out of money. but they wanted to make, you know, that like, oh, let's gambit, let's make this new game, this magnum opus masterpiece. It's the last game we're going to be able to make without going bankrupt if this shit does not sell well. So let's call it Final Fantasy, right? Like, Scott was not doing well. None of his games sold well, right? His preference towards using like an old school, kind of outdated style with like CG animation really wasn't appealing to a lot of people, even though he was like an industry veteran. So, you know, faced with that criticism of fucking everything in your game, everything in your fucking animation looks like a gross, like, fucking Chuck E. Cheese robot. He was like, oh yeah, you want to see a fucking gross Chuck E. Cheese robot? Dickhead? Check this out. And then he made Freddy's, and then it fucking exploded. And he was like, oh. Right, and Scott being like a lovely little man. Well, debatably lovely little man. If you've seen like the people, whatever. It fucking... What politicians did he support? I wonder. Anyways. He likes to tell stories, so he saw an opportunity to tell a story. And, you know, as things developed, as he realized the potential that the franchise had, what, you know, was originally like a smaller scale story got like rewritten and tweaked to last longer multiple times. So that way it could eventually snowball into like the fucking multimedia fucking franchise of the decade. That is an overstatement, but you get my point. That is Five Nights at Freddy Funny Faz Fuck now. And yeah, that's about it. That's like as deep as I'm willing to go into like the fealty. That's not the right use of that word. Into like the finicky details of the fucking FNAF lore. Because it's about time! Oh my goodness! Fuck are you looking at?